Hello and welcome back to Team Fortress TV's second stream, bringing you coverage from the i52 LAN in Coventry, England. We're here to watch the invite group right now, where all the top 8 teams play a round robin each other for seeding, going into the double elimination bracket starting tomorrow. I think 10 or 11 AM, something like that. There'll be more details on the teamfortress.tv website. I'm here with Ryushi, I've got Atmo on camera. We're on Gullywash right now and we're going to watch Osomniacs versus 4G. Probably the best team in America, according to ESEA, against the second best team in Europe. Osomniacs have had a pretty shaky start. I think the previous map they played Epsilon, lost 4-1 on Snakewater. Freyotech lost their last map against Immunity 6-2 as well. As we actually go live straight away, so Ryushi, why don't you take us to this first middle?
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams coming off a loss, they're going to be a little bit demoralized. They're going to see how they're going to do against each other. I want to be watching the soldiers from Osomniac, and Knutson and Zebasai work really well together, although Knutson does get a bit of flack for his play. So I want to see what he's going to be able to do. He's just sort of sitting underneath. Zebasai jumps up, takes the nipple immediately. So now in comes a huge jump by Blaze, but he shoots himself and kills himself. But now Osomniac lose 3 immediately off the fact that Blaze kills himself 4 as well. So Osomniac not in a good position there. 4G just going to easily cap this middle point and then probably chase Miralin and Zappis, who just managed to get away. Yeah, Lansky.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Miralin and Zappis should be safe, but great follow-up from Lansky on Blaze's initial bomb. Blaze died pretty quickly, but it gave Lansky such room to do so much damage. DeWartner did well going forward with him as well. Knutson wasn't able to get Shade either, which means viewers are going to stay equal going into this last push. Gullywash last notoriously difficult to push, especially if you happen to be American. They seem to have the toughest time about it as far as continents go. They do get an early pick onto Nuts, and they're kind of opening the door a little bit here. A couple of frags going either way. They just seem to want to force Merlin right now. They're actually going to turn this into a push, but 4G have traded 2 for 2 as this push has ended. Shade's going to get out, Lancey's going to try and get out, but he's peppered down to 36 HP. But Nawata and Bani trying to come in from a different angle, but they're all coming through the same door, and this should be easy for Osomniac to hold. And Nutson might even try and turn this into a push. Shade down to 12 health in lobby. Should just about get away and get health back, but competent hold from Osomniac.
Yeah, it looked a little bit iffy with Zebo and Knutson getting caught out there, but luckily they were able to hold that. Miralin able to keep his finger off that right-hand mouse button for just long enough so that Shade felt like he had to pop to get that Uber Force out of him. Clockwork's going to get down to a nice sneaky trap from Cadus there, and now I think Osomniac might even want to push out of this. They know that Clockwork's down and they know what he can do, so no, they're just going to try and once again just test the waters on DeWartner and see if they can get him to force the sticky traps out, and then maybe try and get the positioning on it. Yeah,
Zebasai's having a look now. He wants to see if he can catch anyone in lobby. But 4G are being very cautious, and we've actually got Clockwork back on Sniper, but Zappis is on Sniper and he's going to get the headshot on Bani, but Bani did get Cadus before he went, but I think Bani just coming in from a flank there. And with Cadus down, it's going to make the whole point quite vulnerable. But Nuts is going to win the Sniper duel, Zappis is going to win the Sniper duel, Nuts is going to win the Roma duel. Merlin's milked away here. Shade is going to be trapped in by that Pyro, Shade is going to be obliterated by Zebo, nice little pop-up and air shot from him there. And this is going to turn it into a push. Cap time already, but there are stickies on main door, and the Roma's trying to block. Nuts is trying to get the cap time, but he needs some support now. Here comes Zappis. They need to get onto Warner on big door as well. Zebasai goes big and choke, separates Batty, pulls out the shotgun, can't finish the frag. Zappis will go down, but they have made this push out successfully, and there's no heals on 4G right now. Shade's only just going to arrive in a little bit, and Osomniac want to capitalise, but there's a soldier behind on Merlin. Merlin's going to serve on top of a point. Blaze follows him up. Now he can't get a second rocket on him. He will go down. Merlin dancing around. Blaze on low health underneath should go down. They've also, Cadus is trying to lock down Choke, but he needs a little bit of help. Lance is going to come in and pick him. Uber advantage is in favour of Osomniac, but they've lost a lot of their positioning here in that cap. And 4G are going to reclaim it there.
Yeah, that looked really messy from Osomniac there. They kind of had it, but then Zebo chased down Blaze, wasn't even able to kill him. Blaze actually got out of that on like 9 HP, so... Oh no, sorry, he did go down eventually, but he was sitting around with 9 HP for like 10 seconds, just shooting rockets at Cadus across from the other side of Choke. So, I mean, a really messy hold from Osomniac, and they do give it up. And now once again looking to push, they've got a slight advantage maybe, but it's swiftly disappearing, and 4G now pretty confident that they can hold this.
Yeah, it was a small advantage, but Osomniac didn't have Cadus with him. But Clockwork going down on the flank. Clockwork had a bad game last game against Immunity. He doesn't seem to have really changed much here going into this snap. And now Zebasai and Merlin going drop down. They have been called. It's going to be an Uber exchange. Zebasai's going to get onto DeWartner. Merlin is going to have to pop, but DeWartner's drop. But Shade is milking away, still hasn't used his Uber yet, but the frags are falling for 4D. Zebasai's going to get another one with the Uber. They have Uber, but they only have 3 players alive, and Lansky, Clockwork, and Shade are just going to back it up. But it looks like they want to go around top, and if Insomniac do this right, no forward spawns for 4G, and they should be able to get CP2 a lot of time on it, or at least a force out from Shade.
Yeah, well, that was a respawn in Clockwork, so they actually only had 2 players there, so they really didn't want to go for that. But now Insomniac have got a bit of an aggressive hold. Starkey might even get caught out here. He's on 51 HP. Yeah, Lansky's just going to follow him up and shoot him down. But now they're looking for that early force onto Shade right now. Then maybe not going to find it as Shade seems getting free. Knudsen jumps on him. He does force him, pops him down to 40 HP, but he's going to immediately die. And Insomniac, Miralin did go down. I don't know who he went down
Blaze,
to.
yeah,
oh, right, nice bomb.
Big skip jump off Blaze coming in from a big door, and he hits 2 sweet rockets onto Merlin with a bit of help from his scouts. So everything went right for Insomniac, except they didn't able to stop that Blaze bomb, and that's going to lead Shade to have a small leader advantage, but a leader advantage nonetheless. And Clockwork going down again. Clockwork seems to be spending a lot of time with a respawn queue right now.
Yeah, I mean, Insomniac look like they want to forward hold this a little bit. They've got some sticks out in lobby. They're looking to just defend that main door. No, they're just going to back it up. They know that they can just hold it maybe 5 seconds. That gives them a little bit of time, but no Ubers are going to be up yet. Shade's only on 65 with a 24% of Uber advantage. So, I mean, it's a pretty stalemated once again on Gully Wash Lash. A familiar situation that we found ourselves in over, I don't know how many times over the last sort of 5 or 6 years that this has been played.
Yeah, I think we're going to see off-classings from Stark and Zappis. Zappis the defensive sniper, Stark the aggressive pyro on that pipe, wanting to block him in whichever way they come, but he misses the team coming through. Merlin's going to go down. Did he not have it? He's went down, and now 4G should be just able to clean this up. Cadis is still trying to fight on the floor, so's Nutson, but there's weak health on all the players. Lansky's still fully stacked with his buff, and 4G is just going to clean it up. Did Merlin not have it? No,
they had like a 25% Uber advantage. They must have gone immediately as soon as they got it.
Yeah, well, they capitalised off that, and that's going to be the first round for 4G. Insomniac's struggling, but that was quite a long round. What, 6 minutes there? Quite back and forth. I think a lot of this, as it does in most TF2, is who has the more clinical last pushes, and 4G capitalised there is going to the next mid. Cadis taking some pretty early spam to Waters, pressured back as well. Blaze is lining up to do his big bomb, but kind of fakes it actually, and Zebasai is going to be the first frag on this mid. 4G kind of stacks up. Cadis is doing some really nice damage to all of them. Stark and Zappers might be able to capitalise here. DeWatter's really low. Stark can't find a shot though, even though he's on top of his head. Cadis will come and save him. Cadis has done so much work in this middle. Stark on Shade now, but Shade's going to defend himself against Stark, and now Merlin's trapped out underneath. Zebasai's respawned, but Banny's going to kill him before Zebo can get there. And Shade survives once again.
Yeah, I mean, that started out looking so good. Cadis had the huge spam damage onto what, 3 or 4 players at the same time, and then Banny just dodged it all and came in and did like some nice damage to the rest of the players who were like trying to push up and get aggressive on them. So I don't know, or Samnak not looking as polished as I've seen him, like maybe at the end of last season as well.
Yeah, like it would have worked if, like, because episode died early, he would have had that follow-up bomb on Cadis's damage, and that would have clinched. As we see Stark on Sniper right now, but they're getting really aggressive, trying to force him back up top. DeWatner will go down, and Shade eventually pops, and they're getting juggled a lot at the door, and 4G will get this point, but they've spent a lot of resources getting that. And it should be a push from Insomniac pretty soon, probably as soon as Zebo's up, if not earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it looks interesting, that push. They came in top, and just a really good scout spam from Clockwork and Banny to just force them back and really deny the jumpers there. And now Clockwork's actually getting really aggressive up on that higher ground. He might even get caught out here. He's so far forward. But no, he's just going to be able to back up. And just both teams sort of posturing at each other right now, neither wanting to make the first move, even though there is a huge advantage for Insomniac.
I think we're going to wait for Uber, but with Nutson going down, that might change that. And yeah, as soon as Nutson goes down, we're just going to have to sit on last with this Uber advantage. Frustrating for Insomniac there. They're all ready to go, they're all geared up in lobby, and then just one pick on the flank, Nutson gets caught out of position, and they have to go back to last, and they miss an opportunity to push out. So now the emphasis is on 4G to get aggressive. Looks like Blaze is going water. Looks like they should be lining up a push pretty soon. Everyone's harassing from all the doors. Blaze is going to try and come up water. He's going to meet Nutson. Roma duel under the point. And Nutson's going to win that one. And now maybe we'll see the Insomniac push. Clockwork's coming in from water, and he's threatening around water, and he's just delaying Insomniac here. Blaze is only 5 seconds away from spawning, and he might have cancelled the push out there. No, Zebasai still wants to go. He takes it into lobby, but he's not going to get a force off until quite late. Actually, Shade just lets DeWatner die in terms of saving the youth, but maybe a good decision from Shade if they can capitalise on this, but they are 2 players down, so they might have to play a bit of a longer game here. Nutson actually gets in, crushes Blaze before Lansky returns for favour with the end shot. And now Osomniak are getting really aggressive, and Shade chooses this moment to pounce with Banny and Lansky. Zappis is going to go down. Banny's on last, he's trying to pistol down the medic. Lansky will finish him, but Cap's going to be started by Banny as well. Banny's going to clean up Zebasai, and they just baited Osomniak in there, and Banny and Lansky punished him really hard on that Uber.
Yeah, I was not certain they were going to do that, because, I mean, they lost to one, they lost Clockwork, then they lose Blaze. Do you go in with 3, even if you've got an Uber advantage? You've got to be really confident to do that. Confident in the ability of your scout and in the ability of your pocket right there. And it looked like it paid off.
Yeah, they hit their shots. They were clinical. They made it count. Looks like Blaze is maybe going drop down right now. Zappis is going to be the first frag. Cadus really low. Blaze comes up, drop down, and that cuts off Merlin from all the heals. Lancey's going to jump in and maybe clean them all up. Blaze is coming to help. He's going to steal the frag. Osomniak are still trading bodies, but they're nowhere near Shade. Shade is safe. And that's another convincing mid for Freyotech, and it doesn't look good right now for Osomniak. Something needs to change. Yeah,
Lansky and Shade already pushing forward onto the second point. They're just going to sit up top, get that caps out, and then just roll straight into last with that 100% Uber advantage. Something, as you're saying, something needs to change for Osomniak. I don't know what it is, but it's got to change quickly. Once again, they pick up that sniper and that pyro on their last defense. I mean, it's worked sort of, but I mean,
it's not quite worked enough, has it? And now Blaze is on the offensive heavy, so I presume they want to bring him in after the Uber. They're hitting 100% right now, so 50% advantage. I imagine they want to be sort of scout and soldier first, maybe follow up with a heavy, or maybe just scout and demo free main. They're lining up. Banny's going to go with you again. He's trying to get on Merlin. There's a pyro right there, but Banny's not focusing on the pyro, and the pyro's kind of messed up this Uber. Merlin does go down to Lansky, harassing from that door, and now Blaze is in. Blaze needs to go down, and suddenly 4G just get 4 frags all at the same time. And this point's all over. Cadus surely can't kill everyone. Peppered down by Blaze, and 4G just won all their fights across the board on that push.
Yeah, I mean, the pyro just got completely mowed down by the heavy there. A really nice counter from Blaze, and also Osomniak are just doing the same thing at every last defense, and it worked a little bit for the first round, and now it's just not working at all. They definitely need to change something up at middle as well. Cadus, he's coming out, getting that early damage onto Banny again, but that pistol from Banny just forcing Cadus onto the lower ground there. It's really not good. Zebasai jumps in so aggressively, doesn't even manage to kill Shade. Shade, oh, there we go. Some huge plays by Zappis and Stark to eventually come in. Mirrelin's going to take down to what? Lansky's the only one left alive. No, that is a full wipe from 4G. So Osomniak finally getting their heads in the game a little bit there, and I'm not going to sing for you.
Yeah, let's go Europe. Big bomb from Nuts and Zebasai. Cadus even followed it in as well. They absolutely crushed 4G on their own side. Didn't even give them time to get position. And yeah, great cleanup by everyone. Much better from Osomniak. There's still 17 minutes left, and there's plenty of time for this game to go either way still. And Osomniak want to get it going, and a big Uber advantage. And I always say this in TF2, it's all about converting these advantages into rounds, like being clinical and getting them. They're going to go from lower now, so we'll see if they can be as clinical as 4G have been with their Uber advantages. Let's see, they're just taking into lobby, buffing everyone up. Looks like Stark wants to go straight early. The early Uber, they're going to focus down that pyro. Clockwork's down to 3 HP, should eventually go down. There is still a sentry they need to kill. Nuts is going to jump onto the sentry. The sentry's going to kill him. Sentry's still there. Sentry's doing so much work right now. Banny's sentry helps hold us out, but Widowmaker's coming out. Banny's going to clean up Zebasai. Stark is still in harassing them, but he's kind of trapped in because of that sentry. He's going to keep fighting them, but Dewatner will clean him up eventually. And only Merlin survives in that push all the way back to his own spawn.
Yeah, Banny just leaving that sentry at last. Surely they're just going to cap it out, and he's going to switch straight back onto Scout. Just a really, really nice, strong defense from 4G. Osomniak couldn't get in. They couldn't deal with that sentry. I mean, they got Lansky down nice and early, which is a good. You know, you want to get that pocket down nice and early, but just unable to follow up from anything else after that, and just a huge downfall for them. But let's see what they're going to be able to do on this mid fight. No, huge sniper from Stark, taking down Shade, dropping that Uber. Dewatner's going to fall immediately afterwards, and 4G they're picking off players. They lose 2 more though, but Banny and Clockwork still alive, still on this middle, still fighting, looking for something. No, Stark once again body shotting down Clockwork. So 4G, a bit of a failed push there by some huge plays by Stark.
I was about to say, like, what are Osomniak doing? But just give them a point away for free. Then that big drop comes in and a competent repush. Looks like actually Banny wants to try and go to middle here, get this back cap going. But Zappis and Stark are there, and a Soldier's there as well. Yeah, Stark's going to steal an out frag with the SMG. Well, the rest of his team cap. Cadus and actually Merlin are kind of alone. Cadus has got a lot to do. Zappis and the Soldier arrive. Zebasai's going to take it down main. He's going to try and force his way in. But 4G might have put enough space between the two teams as Clockwork picks up 2 as well. behind. Don't just where Nat is. Yeah, I think Clockwork's now on the medic as well. Clockwork making some plays, saving that push and defense for his team. And now 4G can probably even turn this into a push as Banny secures lobby for them.
Yeah, Miralin's really low, so he's got to be really careful if 4G want to try and push out. Yeah, he's backing out. He's backing out choke. They've had to give up this point essentially just because Miralin went down to like 20 HP from that Clockwork attack.
Yeah, now Somniac are stuck having to hold this point really defensively. Cadus is sticking in the front door. They're all trying to come out up top. Nutson's high, but he's getting forced back by Blaze. 4G aren't being that aggressive, but neither are Somniac. Somniac just backing off, giving them quite a lot of respect. They're nearly at Uber though, so maybe they're just trying to buy time. 4G haven't really capitalized. They just want to get CP2 for free without using. And now we're going to see an equal Uber exchange at choke, presumably. Zebasai spots Shade. He gets him down to 24 HP. He's going to force him. Zebo's getting a nice multi off here. He's getting some good damage as well. That rocket and shotgun combo from Zebasai. Shade has been forced to multi so much. Cadus comes in now as well. So many low players on 4G. They just need to finish him. Zebasai and Zappis claim one apiece. Banny's still pretty buffed to the point. Zappis needs help here. In comes Zebasai. And there is a soldier behind him, Blaze, as well. They should be able to lock this down, though. But I don't know if Blaze wants to go for a play or if he's just going to try and get out big door.
Yeah,
he's out.
Yeah, I've just noticed Stark still running that sniper, so they really have no flank right now with the fact that Newton and Zappers have only just spawned, but it doesn't seem to matter when Stark's just hitting body shots like that. I mean, come on, man.
Winning his one-on-ones with a flanker sniper, yeah, shutting down Clockwork. We see Banny on the defensive heavy now, doesn't reckon he has time for Engineer. Big 50% advantage. They fluffed one push with Uber advantage, so Somniac need to get this one really. Still 14 minutes left, but it is 3 rounds for difference right now. They need to start putting some points on the board.
They're coming straight in through Riverside, jumping Zebo high, super aggressively. Zappis is actually going to be the first one to fall. They're trying to put damage down onto this heavy. The Watner's already gone down, but Miralin's down as well. Also, Somniac just, they're finding it tough. They are getting the frags down. Banny and Blaze, the only ones, Blaze and Clockwork, sorry, the only ones left alive. Blaze on 26 HP. Zebasai air shots, and also Nutson would have immediately air shotted after. Zebasai stealing his teammates' air shots there.
I was about to say, look at that HP. 6 on Zebo, 9 on Cadus. They just about got it. Not quite as comfortable as maybe they would have wanted it, but it all counts for the same as we go into this next mid. Let's see if Zebasai and Nutson want to do those big aggressive bombs again from Big Door. Cadus again arriving early, trying to focus down those scouts. Banny is tagged. Here go the soldiers. Zebasai double jumps. Nutson jumps as well. They're focusing down to Watner, but a nice air arrow from Shade gives them a lot of health back. They're going to trade on a point, but it's all going in 4G's favour. Murin again separated. Lansky's now on Murin. Murin's trying to surf away, but Lansky's got it under control. Nice and competent, but Zappis is still fighting. And he's actually going to take down Banny. He's going to run into Clockwork, but Clockwork has more health than him. Will stay alive. And 4G going to take middle.
Yeah, there was a really nice aggressive bomb from Zebasai, almost hitting that air shot onto Duwatner, but like you said, that air arrow kept him alive for so much longer than he had any right to be alive. And Zebo just got absolutely destroyed as when he landed on that right-hand side. But, I mean, now it's going to be a nice aggression out of Somniac. Now they're trying to come out of top a little bit and seeing what they can do. But I don't think they're going to be able to do anything. Stark's pulled out the spy play, but I think he's just going back to spawn to switch off it. Yeah, he's picking up that pyro once again on this last. I'm not confident in this pyro.
Well, it's doing a bit of a better job now. It's forced Lansky back. It's deflecting to Watner's stickies as well, but Watner's still getting damage out. Blaze will go down as well, and Zebasai's going to take down Clockwork. And much better there. Like Lansky and Duwatner really not as potent a threat, especially against the pyro without that hit scan. Banny is trapped off lower. He might be able to pick off Cadus. He's running to a low Cadus, and he will get him before Stark can save him. Cadus down, but I think they want to push anyway. Zebasai wants to come out lower by the looks of it, just to make some space for his team. Duwatner's putting down by her, trying to spam him back, but he's not got a lot of ammo. Nutson's going to try and get aggressive. I think he fluffed his jump a little bit. Moving into him at choke, Duwatner takes a lot of damage. And Zebasai might just want to go on this damage advantage. Shade getting 75%, and I don't think they're going to push in time. And actually, the Blaze gets 2 on the flank. That's going to stunt any aggression from Somniac.
Yeah, a huge bait by Clockwork there. He saw the 2 scouts of Zappis and Stark on the point, baited them in, and Blaze just easy frags onto Zappis and almost killed Stark if Stark hadn't been able to surf up top. But 4G are just going to come in the push. They actually get the force out of Miralin really early there. And Lansky's just completely out of this fight, just raining rockets down from on high. I mean, he doesn't need to at the moment. There's no one for him to shoot at. I mean, what is this, an FPS where you haven't got anyone to shoot at? Blaze takes down Stark, but trades his life for it. Clockwork going down as well. So, well, Somniac, they've got the player advantage, but they haven't got that second point. And maybe Knutsen's going to get caught out top here. No, he manages to frag Banny, and maybe even catch Lansky. Lansky's really low right now, 24 HP. Zebasai, where did he even come from? He frags Lansky as well. Or Somniac taking the second point with confidence.
Yeah, it looked like Knutsen was about to be overpowered sort of in a 2v1, but he hit some nice rockets, and then before you know it, Zebasai's up there, securing that frag, and now Somniac look like they want to push straight away before Uber. Yeah, neither team has Uber yet. Zebasai's already walked through choke. He needs some support from his flank right now. Knutsen's going in pretty deep. Zebasai's going to get Banny. Clockwork's trying to flank, but Starkey's going to shut that down, and everything 4G's trying to get aggressive onto Somniac now is just being crushed. And there goes Blaze as well. And 4G just going to have to concede more and more ground. And Knutsen actually tried to go for a play onto Shade, but he is stopped by Lansky.
Did you see that shot? That was insane.
No, I missed that. Was that Lansky or Knutsen?
Yeah, Lansky just like spinning like a full 360 and just shooting down and air-shotting Knutsen. It was really, really nice. Banny's trapped in spawn as a sniper, but Lansky's above him.
Zebasai and Merlin are behind them. They're going to come behind, they're going to force for Uber. Zebasai's getting a lot of multis off, but I don't know if he's taking the heals too far away from the rest of his team. Cadis and Stark, yeah, maybe a mistake from Zebasai going so deep, and now the counter bombs are coming from 4G, forcing them back. Down goes one, Zebasai's getting focused. Knutsen's in the air trying to force him back, but they won't go down. Zebasai defends himself. But Merlin's just going to have to run, but he has nowhere to run with Banny behind him. And 4G just crushed that misplay from Zebasai and Merlin.
Lansky's done so much damage. He's hit like 3 different air shots on 3 different players. It's ridiculous. He did so much work coming out the end of that Uber. Zappos has picked up that sniper rifle. He's in forward spawn. I don't think he's going to be able to find anyone. Lansky's already up in that top area. Zappos even gets caught out by some pipes from Dewatner. So 4G confident as they're pushing up into this last point here.
Yeah, Zappos went for the hero shot, but it didn't pay off. And now we're going to see 4G with Uber advantage again. They've been clinical so far. If they're clinical this time, it's really going to put that round difference back to 3, and that can be really difficult. Again, pressure's going to be on Stark to delay them. Scouts coming with you, but this time over. Stark's still done a lot of nice denial work. Clockwork goes down as well on the flank. It's a 1-for-1 trade. The Blaze is going to get onto Merlin. Shade's going to kill Stark. It's just Zappos and Cadis alive. Zappos is going to try and weaken them down. I think Cadis is below the point. Dewatner doesn't know. No, he's in front of a point. Cadis has got a lot to do. He'll go down. No one's going to spawn in time. And 4G reclaim their 3-round advantage.
I mean, it's only 4-1. They can still definitely come back to this. They've got, what, 8.5 minutes left? So, Somniac aren't out of it yet. But that's a pretty confidence demoralizing... Oh my god, what am I saying? A pretty demoralizing round there from 4G. Sort of heartbreaking it, wasn't it?
Yeah, missed opportunities, and we're going to see what Somniac tried to do on middle. They want to go aggressive on right-hand side, but Blaze is going deep onto Merlin. Merlin with a beautiful serve to trick Blaze. He's staying alive, but he's got no heals on his team, but Somniac don't need any heals right now, and I think they might be able to clean this up. Banny still has a buff. Stark's going to meet up with Merlin, and it's all on Stark right now. I'm not sure if he wants to take this aggressively. Blaze is going to try and go aggressive, but Stark kills Banny before that can happen. Blaze is going to keep trying to push aggressively. Stark's on so low health, but those heals are just too much. Blaze is going to have to run away. I imagine Blaze is going to go for another play. He's actually going to meet Stark in there, trying to hit the shots, but Stark completely buffed. Buff scouts are too overpowered. Nothing Blaze can do with his gunboats. And Somniac should claim mid with a hefty Uber advantage. Yeah,
absolutely, but there's going to be a scout in from Clockwork. I don't know how he managed to get in behind. He's even going to take down Starkey as well. So, Somniac, they've got the point, they've got the Uber advantage, but Clockwork gets both scouts before he goes down. And Somniac, do they want to push without any scouts?
Zebasai seems to want to, but it could be a bit of a misstep. Banny's just dancing around his rockets and forcing him back, and surely they have to stop it now. Clockwork just win in a one-on-one with the scout, back to back 1v1s essentially. And that should give Shade enough time to get Uber. Clockwork just relieving the pressure off his team.
Well, it looks like they want to come in choke. Blaze is above. I don't think they've spotted it yet. He's going to come in. Yeah, also, Merlin saw the rocket, and he's going to get forced out a little, maybe early. No, he drops Cadis, in fact, before he's able to pop out that Uber. Now Shade's just going to pop his off in time. Where did Shade get that Uber from? I don't know. But it looks like Merlin's even getting body blocked out as he tries to run away. Both scouts are on him. He's just going to get immediately shut down. And 4G are just going to, surely just going to completely destroy all those players who are just going in one by one. What was that play from Knutsen, Zappos and Zebasai?
It was like they all got behind, but unfortunately because they all got behind, they all came from the same location. So it was really easy for 4G just to put their bodies in the way between the medic. And now I think Stark's going to go down late as well, trying to fight 1v6. Everyone's going to respawn. Cade is actually going to catch out Lansky, which might stunt this aggression from 4G. They don't have Uber yet. And maybe Clockwork's overextended, but Clockwork's actually found himself behind Cadus, and now Clockwork's going to turn around and get that pick before Zebazai can take him down. And this is messy from Osomniac, losing quite a lot, and Zebazai wants to push forward. And I'm not sure how much support he's got from his team, and Blaze is behind as well somewhere. Zebazai still going forward at choke, but he's completely outnumbered. He's going to get taken down by Lansky. The classic juggle up into the air and finish. Now Lansky's going to get aggressive onto the scouts, and Merlin's down to 50. DeWaters from jump in, going to take down Stark as well, and Merlin's just going to have to fall back. And I'm really not sure what Osomniac's plan was there completely. They're just getting bullied back right now.
Well, they did take 3, you know. I mean, DeWatner and Lansky, I think, both went down to the sticky trap, but they just weren't able to do it. And then with Blaze behind them, they were just absolutely wrecked. But now, once again, we find ourselves 4G ready to push into that last point. I wonder what's going to happen. Starky once again picking up that Pyro. They really, really like this Pyro to defend Gullywash last here. And I mean, it really depends where 4G go. 4G look like they want to back out a little bit here, though. Maybe just wind the clock down.
I was about to say, 4-1 up, 5 minutes left. Why don't you, like, Osomniac could be making mistakes, why don't you put him in a position, like, make a difficult push? We're going to make even more mistakes, most likely. Zebo's going to accept the invitation to push and walk out top right now. He's avoided taking a lot of damage, he's going to need it now, but he's trying to force, but Shade milking away expertly here. Zebasai can't find enough damage, Shade's not going to be bullied into popping. He'll eventually pop now, but that's so much later. Merlin's had to go so deep to get that force out. Zebasai and Merlin both go down, tried to do way too much, completely overextended. And now 4G are just going to push into a team with no heals and probably just completely overwhelm it. 1-for-1 trade so far, but Osomniac needs something big. K just goes down, Nutson's just getting resupply or just sport. Nothing he can do, that's 5-1. And 4 minutes 14 seconds left for Osomniac to do anything. 45-second rounds maybe? I don't know.
I don't think that's quite possible in the time limit, but I mean they could definitely get some pride rounds here, show that, you know, this scoreline is not quite accurate. I want to say. I think Osomniac have really been playing a little bit better than the score seems to show. I mean, here they come in, getting Clockwork down. Yeah, they trade Zebo for it, but Blaze is ridiculously low. Zappis is surely going to take it. No, Blaze with the huge air shot to Zappis. Blaze does go down, but Osomniac look like they're losing this round. Although Cadus desperately trying to pipe everything and almost succeeding as well. Actually, Shades and the crits.
He's missing the pipes though on Banny. Banny's just dancing around the entire crits. He's going to take down. Merlin just stands there with his saw out, and Banny's going to take both of them. So hard to hit pipes on scouts, but like if a scout doesn't want to be hit by a pipe, they're probably not going to be hit by a pipe if they're worth anything. And Banny just showing that there, dancing around Cadus. Nothing Cadus can do. The crits was rushed. He didn't have ammo loaded properly, and it just kind of sums up Osomniac's play. Sort of rushed, not together, a little bit out of sync, as we see Stark again go to solo play. And Uber advantage. Zappis is going to try and get in on the medic, but he doesn't hit any shots before Clockwork cleans him up. And Proyusek looking confident right now, and they want to make it a 6-1. They want to take it to the win difference limit. Clockwork's going to lead for charge down in. He's on Merlin straight away. Merlin's going to go down. Zebasai not a lot of health. Blaze and Lansky going to take those frags. Clockwork with one as well. Cadus is isolated. He's going to get absolutely smashed. That's everyone down, and that's 6-1. That's game. Come on, Europe.
That's a shame, but I mean it's good for Froyo. They've just sort of they've come back off that 6-2 loss against IM, beating Osomniac, who, I mean, Osomniac making a lot of mistakes in this game. I definitely think Zebo and Merlin really trying to do too much with their Ubers, and just I don't know. I'm disappointed.
Can we get? I don't think we can get logs on stream, but I'm going to try and find logs for my own personal entertainment. Oh, my internet's going slow. Here we go. i52 Gullywash. This sounds promising. Big damage from Lansky. You said he was hitting a lot of shots. He hit 7 air shots. He dropped the most damage on the server, 358 a minute. Zebasai was close behind, but I think the biggest difference when you look at Zebasai and Lansky's stats in terms of, you know, like powerful all-the-heal roamers, is you look at Lansky's deaths compared to Zebasai's deaths, and that KD is so much better. Like, kill assist per death, 3.6 compared to 1.5. Over double, just much more competent. Like you can see it as well, Shade has less deaths, and just better combo play. Like Zebasai and Merlin are just overextending really and selling out their team a lot of the time because of it. And look at Nuts and Stark and Zappis propping up the bottom of the scoreboard there.
Yeah, I think Blaze as well. Blaze doing fantastically as he is wont to do. Out damaging Cadus, out damaging DeWatner. So I mean, he's just completely dominating the flank of this entire match. So, I mean, I'm not surprised to see also, Knutson, Stark, and Zappos on the bottom there.
Yeah, not a lot else we can get from his stats. Obviously, 4G pretty dominant. It's interesting to see that they both have quite similar heal spreads as well. They both play quite a similar game. Maybe Nutsing gets a few more heals than Blaze does. But Freytech are just doing it a lot better right now. Like, no one's really getting frags. Somniac just, they don't seem together right now. Like, I'm worried for them because I want them to do well. I want Europe to win, preferably Somniac as well. But they just really don't seem to bring in their A game here. I don't know, there's not a lot else to say from the logs, really. I'm not sure where we're going next either. In terms of maps or games, I think I'm scheduled for a break. Ooh, where are we going? Epsilon. Yeah.
The next sort of set of matches are at 8 o'clock. I think because Mix-Up were late, I think they're running something over on the mainstream, which
so
is going to
be Epsilon.
Mix-Up Epsilon. But we're taking, I think, a bit of a break now because there's a break in the game as well. So I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but we will be back with you. I think you just head on over to the mainstream if you want to know anything. I think they're still playing over there. Not quite certain.
I was about to say, yeah, I think we're going to shut down this stream for a bit to get a few things sorted so we can hook it up, some more stuff sort of internally so the crowd in front of us can watch. So we're going to shut down the stream and set that up. If you want to watch some more TF2, go over to the mainstream right now, and we'll be back in about half an hour, 40 minutes or so, something like that. Very rough times, but we'll be back, don't worry. Thanks for watching, guys. Mainstream if you want some more TF2.